Bonjour à tous. Bonjour à tous.
Trying to change a few things in my profile following. Okay. Trying to eliminate some stuff. Yeah, okay, so give me another 2 minutes. We're going to see who's on here. We're going to see what we're going to do in this video. Look at that. Can't even write properly, eh? So we've been looking at that, and now if you want to do a little bit of studying, perhaps you can look at that. I wonder if I can get a stand out here. So let me just go outside and lower the. Just going to warm up a little hot water over here. Oh, I got a big fly in the kitchen. Don't like that. Don't like that fly in the kitchen. Can't take a coffee cup that I don't know where my cat is. Find that cat. Where's that darn cat? Hey, you're big. Cat, dog, rabbit, cow. 23 and 15, 38, 41, right? I like wearing hats. I like wearing hats. Okay, we're at 5 minutes. What do I talk about today? How do we bring our understanding of creation to where we can all say, yes, that hypothesis So they're adding me and they're not showing my camera. Start cam. Oh, there I am. Hot water is done. I'm going to come back. Where do we begin? I don't have enough of a following. So how am I supposed to create that icebreaker, right? That water storm in one's mind? How can we understand what shapes are what shapes and why they're the shapes they are? What do they actually mean in the basis of creation? If we are in control of the Lord and the Lord can give it life and take it life, why can't we work to understanding that everything in life was also created based on what the Lord did? And our living in free will, okay, is because without having a free will, we cannot create from things that have been destroyed. We can create by the words we speak without moving. And then the minute we move our hands, our 5 and 5 are just five, five, and then five, and then five, and then five, 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 five. So we work five at a time. Why not six or seven or eight or nine? I can change that whole thing. I can go, why not nine? Now check this magic trick. Check this magic trick. Nine. Check this magic trick. See, is it this five and this four? Or is it this five and this four? Is it the fourth finger? Or is it the ninth finger? Or is it the 77th finger? Look at the little distance between the two. Or are we using this? Fingers and thumb. So we differentiate between the fingers and the thumb. And we know the thumb is in the pie. We know the thumb is in the pie. We know if you put two people together in a race, you tie up two people, the third leg is doubled. So you have the third leg doubled, which the third leg becomes the center leg. So you have 1, 2, 1, and the doubling up of the legs. And I want to tell you, I see there's nobody here, but for me, there's got to be more people here than it actually shows. So I'm going to continue on and I'm going to cover the number because for me, very sad. Very, very sad. I mean, I'm going to even put it out here on TikTok and see what shows up. I'm creating another video. Come see me. I am on Odyssey. I might be on Rumble, but on Rumble I am binary, no, Fibonacci coded. I am one. Actually, in Rumble, I am A, B, C, E, H, M, U. That is what happens in Fibonacci. When it becomes one, then it becomes B, 1 plus 1. I don't use AA. I just do it with A. So, anyways, you can see me, Mr. Tack Pans. I talk about creation. Where are all the elements hidden on the day of God leaving it to the rest of us, the day of the rest of us? How do games, how does the alphabet, how does math, how do equations come together? Where are these equations? Black and white judgment turns into the gray unknown, the elephant in the trunk. Okay, I was just putting this up on TikTok. See if we can bring some people here. It's not that I don't want to speak. It's not that I'm going to go over and repeat myself like I have 1,000 times. It always changes. The information is always the same, but it gets, wow. There's a new bike called the Horizon, and the markings on the bike is 222. I just think that's too funny. Let me see if I can find that. So let me just check out this video and just, oh, there it is. Look at that. Number 222 from 500 limited edition. So we have to understand that if it's 222 from 500, there has to be 278 left. So 222, right, and 278 equals 500. But if we're going to bring 222 to to understand the core of 222, we have to add three different sections: 2, 2, and 2. 2 and 8, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 and 8, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. And 2 and 8, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Another thing I'm trying to think is that when do we add 10? This is very funny. 19 and 28. STH. When is it? Is 19, 18, and 17? I'm just going to put this and 29 and 30. I don't like that I have a fly here. Really, really bugs me. Um, you might not know where I'm going with this, but I have a vision. I can see it, not clearly, not right now. God, let me just take a look at this. Let me take a look. I mean, I'm going to just show you what I'm looking at. It's not very much, right? I'm going to work on this in a minute. I'm going to get into some shapes to understand shapes or stars, right? So if you have an 8-point star, you're going to call the H8 octagon, right? Um, just let me think of this a little bit more. 222, the number to the center. I'm just trying to think. Here's 9 dots. Just give me a second. Yes, I remember what I was thinking. You see, on 12, right? On 12, it's not like on 13. Just like when you use the 9, the 8, and the 7. If you use it with a 2 versus a 3 or versus a 4, there's a difference between this. The ABC mode, A plays a role inside C. So what happens over here is if you're going to be counting 9, you're going to be counting it with, let me see, if you're going to go 9 and 2 is 11, 9 and 1 is 10, 9 and 3 equals to 12. But after that, it goes into the next level. 4, right, and 9 equals to 13. And that 4, A, B, C, D, right, A, B, C, A, B, D equals to 10, equals to what is 6, equals to what is 7. And then you have your B, C, D equals to 9. So what you have over here is you have your 22 versus everything coming out of the 10, all the cycles coming out of the 10. But we're not done. We also have A and B equals to 3C, right? And then we have A and C equaling to 4D. And then we have A and D equaling to 5E. And then you have B and C equaling to 5E. And then you have B and D equaling to 6F. And then you have C and D equaling to 7G. and then you have C. No, we did C and D, and then you have, I think that's it. Is that all we did? We have A, D, B, C, C, D, B, C. We got B, C, yes. So we have 13, we have 23, we have 26, we have 29, and 22 equaling to 51. Numeric value for Mars is 51. AEIOU is 51. The alphabet all the way to 26 equals to 351, or 300 if you move out the 5 vowels. 5 vowels equal to 10.2. Let's say it's the blue ball in pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of them. To note that the I becomes the average of all of them because it's in the center of 5, irregardless of the number. Okay, we're just saying that one's in the middle. So we're going to say what's on this side. OU is 36. AE is 6. Here's your evaluation of everything. 9 is that evaluation of both sides, just because of area, space, and position it occupies. But now when you turn it into its value, right? And then after that, you can do the reverse alphabet for this. So let's do this again. We have AB, right? Oh, and then after that, we take everything was made from 10. So it's 10, and then it's the 51, all the combinations within. So it's your 10 creation in Mars. So let's see if we have this right, okay? We have your BCD, we have your ABC, we have your BCD, you have your ABD. Is there another one missing here? ABD, BCD, DCA. Do we have DC? Yes, DCA. We don't have DCA. ACD, right? This is 8. Did we not get that 8 over here somewhere? And here's where it splits. Remember, it splits over here. So we have A, C, D. I can't believe this is what equals to 8H. So it's not 51. It becomes 59 and 10. That's fine. EIEIO. Right. Now, why I'm going to say this is because when you get to H, right, is there a 9 over here anywhere? Right. The 9 is over here also. So we have to take a good look to understand this, because the 9 and 5 play from the same position, right? The H is the reverse side of what is 6, according to these cubes. Now, I don't like the explanation I'm giving right now. I don't like the explanation I'm giving right now. I just want to take a look here. So let me see 1 second. Wow. I just got replied to a comment I made 6 months ago where I was 7 hours ago. Just let me take a look. No, I'm gonna have to finish with this. So we can see that I can't explain this exactly other than 6 and 2 is 8, to where the other side is 5 and 1 is 6. So there's the left side, and then there's the right side. And just to know that since we're in the E world, it's 60% more than 5, right, is going to equal to 3. 60% or 160% times this is 5, and 60 is 3, so it becomes 8. And when it's this one over here, it's 20% less than the center here, and it's 40% less in the center here. I'm just trying to show you the mix-up of relationships. What I was doing in here, I'm not really happy what I explained over here. Sounds really confusing. I'm even confused myself, but I basically do know what I'm talking about. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go get my tea, and I just want to see something. Just give me 1 second. Does it have anybody showing here? No, there's absolutely nobody here. So I'm going to take a minute, sort by newest. Sort by newest. Let me look. Somebody left me a reply to something, and I'm looking for it. And wow, wow, they deleted all my comments. Every comment I made it. Wow, this is crazy. They removed all my comments. Why? 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 That's pretty crazy. Okay, we're going to get back to the video that no one's here. Okay, let me start again. Um, you know what? No one's here. We're just going to end it right now. Maybe come back a little bit later. Unless somebody's watching me on the other channel, I somehow Okay. Hey, Tammy. You know what? I absolutely thought um, that I canceled this video, and I was like giving up on it because nobody showed up and I was 20 minutes into it. So I'm awake now and I see you're here. Just give me a second. I'm going into the kitchen. If you want to know what I do, if you want to take part, that'll be great. Like usual. Hi, Tammy. What's up? Rain in Africa. So yeah, if you have any questions, you want to know what I do, you want to take a look at the craziness of the paintings and where the ideas came from and where they absolutely went. Why were they painted on my floors? You know, when the knowledge is greater than you, and you must get it out of your head, not to make your head crazy, right? The craziness, the speediness inside your mind. Does anybody know what this is? We know that it needs tons of fat. It's on fire. We got to keep it cool. What's it doing up here? Why do I like to wear a hat? Sometimes I have the answers for certain of my questions. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just that I forgot. Okay, this is good. This is licorice tea. Just 1 second. I'm coming back. Come on, kitty. Come in the house. In or out. One or the other. You can't come in the flies. You know, you want to know about 420. You want to know what number 42 is. You want to know what the agendas are. You want to know what 20 and 30 is. Oh, it will manifest. It will manifest. I have been here for 20 years doing this. I have been confused for why am I here and why am I doing this? And anybody can do this, and everybody knows the alphabet, and everybody knows that A is one and Z is last. But the continuation of thought brings you to share. And I was told to just continue on and not to worry. And I building all these elements, these connections that you can see very easily that this triangle, which is not bent, goes right to the center. This one is bent, which goes to the inside. Should it be that way? Should it not be that way? When this is bent, you can also see that this turns into an egg unless this is not circular enough, right? They all turn into the shape of the egg. So can straight be the straps that are turning? And are there straps everywhere? Because when you look in a clock, there's not really straps. It works by the gearing system. Yeah, well, right now the cat is in the bedroom. What I wanted to work on a little bit further in my video is I'm always working on the 21 dots of the cube. Again, there's nobody here again, so I'm going to finish this equation. Maybe you popped off for a second. So the minute I see at least one person here, I'm going to start again. So I'm going to tell you right now, I am stopping until the 40-minute mark, right? Begin at 40 minutes. As you know, that way somebody comes on and they can see that I'm not going to say anything because I'm busy reading something. So this little thing I just posted. Oh, somebody said something to me. Okay, I said I'm doing another live. Okay, so that's fine. Let me see. Yeah, so I just wrote this. No, I didn't want to do this. This is not the right one. I'm gonna have to delete this. Just give me a second. Delete. delete. Yes, I wanted to just give me a second. Text. I was gonna paste something here, but I wasn't finished. Just 1 second. I'm going to go to myself, putting some notes down. Okay. And then I'm going to go back. Where was it? Oh, yes, it was over here. Uh, I wrote it to somebody. Yes, in the inbox. I wrote it to you, brother. I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back here, go back here, go here, and clips. No, no. Go here, and then text, and then, okay, the alphabet. Okay, this is going to be here. Okay, and this is what I wrote. Oh, okay, so Tammy, you're here, and it shows nobody's here. Is that correct? Well, we do need to worry about whatever dragon mess you or something. So I have, now that you said dragon, right? There's so many things, right? 2833. Just do this me and fish. Dragon. Dragon Ball Z. The beginning and the end. If God is not here to write the end of the story, is there an end to the book, to the Bible, to the Torah? Is there an end? Where's the end? Well, maybe the end in the book is when we rest in peace. 18 and 9 and 16 equals to 0, 9 and 18 and 11. 29 equals to 38, equals to 25, 35, 43, equals to 81. 9 and 9 and 7 can equal to the pig, which is 25. And then 9 and 9 and 2 equals to 20. Wow, 2025. It works out absolutely perfect. Just give me a second. 56, 66. Right? Maybe you want to just read that right here. 84, 99. And here's where we switch over. So how do I switch over? I switch over to the right over here. I'm going to add on plus 28, but I'm going to do this to the single digit. And when I do it to the single digit, binary comes in, right? And binary comes in as 0, 0, 0, right? And it's either here or here, and 0, 0. And the reason for that, if you're paying with dollars and cents, right? If you're paying with dollars and cents, I would put the dot here. If I was playing, I had no dollars, right? If I had no dollars, I'd put it here. So let me do this better here. Put a dot here, put a comma here. These 3 zeros over here, cents, and over here I got hundreds and then thousands, right? But what if I wasn't talking this? What if I just talking regular numbers, right? Then I would start on the third one. I wouldn't be counting this. So that means this, the cents have to be the decimal. So on each side of the decimal is talking about those cents, right? That's the way I determine things, by understanding that reality. Otherwise, we're just talking numbers. Now, if we went to binary, okay, it would be 0, 1, and then it would be 2, and the third 0 would be 4, and then the next one would be 8, and the next one would be 16. 7, 8, 4, 2, 1. 7, 4, 1. 1, 4, 7 to the cycle of man. Jesus is 74. Man is 28. Just gets lucky. It works out 102 Valentine or 93 of Saturn. 3 by 31. 3 and 1, so important. It is even inscribed in Allah. It's even inscribed as Jacob. It's even noted that it's part of the seventh gate there, 7 months of 31 days. It happens in the 3-day cycle, giving me 93 and 21 months coming back into Saturn. The Saturn rats, the sewage system. So if we did all of this from over here, let me see what we're missing. We add on the next one equals to that magical 28 cycle, or 28 years, or 28 days. And we add on the next 31 here. But, okay, I'm going to go 124. But another way to do this is when we're adding on the fourth dimension, we're going to do it to a single digit, right? We're going to mark 13. This is a 12, and this here is a 10 for 22. So my 2 and 2 becomes my 1 and 3. Now we mark it down over here. We're going to add another 33. Now we have 13 and 33. This is all in rotation. 9 and 6 is our rotation. 9 and 6 is our rotation. Now we can either, here's a 9, and then we're going to, sorry about that, I'm going to put the 6 down here, right? And then I can go up like this, so we have our 9, 6 like this. And we can close it off if we want. We can either close it that way and close it that way. Maybe our twin towers, one going that way, one going that way. We can also look at the 96 is, we can draw up the 96 this way, and then we'd be drawing down the 9 the other way. And when we put this in, we see automatically that there's an 8 that stands out. But not only that, in order to create this, all we have is 3 lines. We're missing this line here. So because you see it on my camera one way, how is it envisioned in the other world? Is the 9 to 6, the 6 to 9, is this side on that side and that side on this side? Am I looking from the back side of the sheet of the paper, right? Am I looking from that side, right, onto this side? Which side am I looking from? So if I look at this, right, how do I connect this together? Can I do this to connect it together? Over here, leaving that my third element, or looking at my 3 dots. One in here, 1 dot here, 1 dot over here, and 1 dot over here. Or is it not dots and it's full areas? Because if it was dots, right, it would look like this. But if it was full areas, it would look like this. It'd be a 2 by 2 or a 3 by 3. This one is Mars, and this one is Earth. We can switch it around. I can be completely 50% wrong. I can be 100% wrong only by being 50% wrong. It's either here or it's here. Or it's here, right? It's either this side or this side, right? With the H understanding, it's either above or below, right? But with the I, it's to this side or it's to that side. So it can be north, it can be east, it can be south, it can be west, or it can be south, right? So you give me the news. 5, 5, 5, and AI in the south. That is the A, B, C, D equaling to 10, playing in the mirror world with the back side of the coin. 1 and 10, okay? It's either 1 or it's 10 or it's 1 and 9. That comes together. This is your greatest number. This is your greatest 10. After that, it's inside. 2 and 8 equals to 10. And just to write this out, I have S and TH. Right? If you want to put the father inside of this, you can write Abba. Right? You're right, Ab. Anyways, we're not going to do this. We need these two to come together. And when these two come together, we get our 8 and 9. That is our high Q. That is the right here. This is your high Q. It takes a 5 and a 2, creating what is 10 and 7 equaling the Q. Or it takes the I over here, which is also the H, equaling to what is 9 and 8, equaling to 17. Now, what it is about this is when I create this, connect this, looks like a television set, and then I create it on this side, it's the 5 and the 2 that came to do this. When the 5 and the 2 come to do it, 5 times 2, 10, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 and 10, 17 equals Q. When the H comes together as the 8th letter and the I is in the same letter, we have 8 and 9 equals to 17. We have 17, 17 on the bricks. When you have 17 and you go to games, right, you go to stand on 17. Well, if you're standing on 17, you are standing in first and in second place, and you're separated in between. Standing, one standing between first and third. There's always 2 bronze teams. One of the bronze teams was beaten by a silver, but the other bronze team was beaten by the gold. So when you're beaten by the silver, it becomes BC. When you're beaten by the gold, it becomes AB. Sorry, did I do that right? When you're beaten 2, 3, when you, AC, sorry, that's AC. But we also have to look at the BS and the BG. The first letter is going to count. What is this? Gold, silver, bronze. First, second, and third. When you come to fourth in Sabbath, right? Not like over here bringing AI together, but in time heaven, in Sabbath, in the house of bait. It's one area in between 2 areas. And we have to note that it's either like this or it's like this. This is going to be the queen. I'm going to like to use this for Earth and Mars. Let me take a look. Do I use it for Earth and Mars? Yes, because we're going to go over here. Right. That's the center of everything, but it's only every second one. It can't be here. Mars has a single division. Earth has a double division. When we look at this, we see 2 points. When we look at this, we see 3 points. But when we look at this, we only see 2 points, right? We make it bigger. We see 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So 2, 4. And then it becomes 2, 4, 6. So this one here is working by 2s. Call that the Earth, I think Earth female, and call Mars the male. Possibly the reason why we have the male man, possibly why the reason we have the woman, and why we have the female, because it all comes from an alternative system, and that system is the Mars Earth system. We have to understand that, the way I see it is the Lord wrote everything prior to creation and what we should do, but when it came to the day of rest, the Lord left it to the rest of us, defragmenting, but inside every single one of us with free will, so it can continue on its studies through the alternative that I don't know where God is, because God is within us with every breath we take. For every prayer we make, we are not only praying to God, but we are showing the people that when you come out and you say, hey, look what I did wrong, and look what I did wrong, and look what I did wrong. And some would say, well, you didn't do it wrong. You didn't do it wrong. And through all these understandings of what's right and wrong and how come in discussion, we can figure it out. But we became biased through our vibration by changing the vibration from 432 to 440, in which, if you want to take a look at the calculation, it's 110. I'm going to show you on paper. Maybe it'll be easier to see. 110 times 4 equals 440. Okay. Is there any other way to create it? I'm not really sure if 88 times 5 equals to 440. If 44 by 10 equals to 440, but this would now be 8 and 1 equaling to 9. This is going to be 7 and 5 equaling to 3. And this one's going to be 2 and 4, and it's going to divide the gate. 2 plus 4, 2 times 4, 8 and 6 equals to 14, right? 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, 5 is 5. I know this one right away goes with the moon and time because of the reduction. 7 times 5, 35. 7 plus 5, 12 equals to 47, the number of the beast. Also the number to bull. So you're going to be connected to the Taurus, which is 100 C. When you get 100, did I do this right? 21, 31, 41, 51, 60, 81, 91, 100. That's right. And we also have gold AU inside the Taurus. We also know as Taurus the second zodiac sign, so it's in the house of the bait, number 27. Unlike Heaven's Angels, number 18, the house of the sun, Mars and the sun. 17 and 27, 28 and 18. By virtue of this, the 1 and 2 have to come together. This one will create 37. This one would create 35. This one's electric company. This one goes with 75, and this one goes with 73. I need to create tens. I need to understand Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube. I'm going to get to the questions. Rubik's Cube. Every side has 9. Every side has 9. Here's a dice cube, a little bit bigger. Why don't we replace it here? I have 4 empty spaces. It's 5 and 4 for my calculator. It's 6 and 3 to the face. The house of bait. These two are completely different. The reverse of these two is Yo Alev. Yo, Earth and Mars coming together. One is with and one is without. The one is directly the only 7th gate, bringing in the 6th birth with the extra point. The difference between what is the 3rd planet and the 4th planet to where is 3.5 is only 0.5. 5 is noted to be E, the E world. The reverse of E is V, V and E. There's a first part and there's a second part of a word of AM, our AM, the sun. Inside the word love in French, okay, and love itself, V is the opposite of E, is O is the opposite of L. So if you split the word in half, LO to one side, EV to the other side, it's going to tell you the V is 4 and the E is 5. So it's talking about the passage in the sun. The sun is the same numeric value, okay, S 19, 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. The U, the 21st letter, 2 and 1 is 3. And the N, the 14th letter, 1 and 4 is 5. It says ACE, ace. It also says SUN, sun. So since the design of the A letter, okay, can be altered with ease, that instead of doing it this way, I'm going to do my first A. And I see this on logos. And because it exists on logos, I know it exists. Now, if I separate these two, this is where I get the Earth part of the A. Because of this separation. See, Mars is 51. Earth is 52. They invert to each other one way or the other, right? But it's right here showing me Uranus occupancy with Mars. Showing me Uranus occupancy with Earth and Saturn occupancy with Mars. 1.5 times the 4th planet equals to the 6th planet. Earth, okay, does not have the same numeric difference. It'll be hold on a second. Yes, 1.5 times the 4th planet. This will be 2 times 2 plus 1. I'm not sure wholly what significance it tells me, but when I use the 1 and not the 1.5, it's telling me they're offset. This one tells me to the center, there's a half difference, 1.5. And the 1.5 difference is 5 minus 1.5 equals 3.5, or 2 plus 1.5 equals 3.5. That's the heart of the cube. You remember we started with number 35? Windows, we went to number 88. We were talking about the music, right? Just give me a second. Yes. 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 There is nothing at random. I don't believe, because it can only be a theory. A lot of electricity going through my body. Yeah, sorry. Just give me a minute. Okay, yes, I absolutely do. Every word you speak, everything you say, we're in a program. We're in a program. Maybe we're not. But if you let me show you the rest of my work, let me move on and show you more that goes with 88, and purple is 88. And to get purple, you need red and blue to make it. And now you have the oxygenated and the non-oxygenated blood. So they're telling you that story. Now, how is this created? I'll tell you one thing. It is, for me, impossible that somebody that didn't have a computer here 400 or 500 years ago, you can never I can never find the stories that I'm telling you are true. Can they be done without a computer? Now, they're only true to the aspect that I found them through the numbers. They're true. That's the story I found. That's the true story. But it doesn't mean in life it's true. But oh my God, I can't believe it. Mars and Earth are 0.5 away, and 0.5 is E, and 1.5 is AE in arts and entertainment, and 51 is Mars, and that's AE. And the 3 days of Earth of 1440 minutes is 432, and that's between 5 and 1, the book ends, and that's Mars, and that's a puck, and the puck is on ice, and the ice turns blue, and we know blue is for boys. So now you have blue is for Democrats, and then the red is for Republicans, repossession and demolition. Are you telling me that everything I'm telling you is because that is what it is, or it's not? Do you see a calculator? Do you see a dice cube? Do you see 2 dice? Do you see something that's in something that holds something that if we all agree on something, right? Is this where 0 is? How do we look at 0? Is it like that? The 2 tracks running on top of each other? We don't see the multiple dimensions? As I wrote in the previous page, or 2 pages ago, 69, 69, different ways to write it out. I only need 6 in here. When I connect these 2 over here, I'll be connecting 8. When I use 6, and now I go to my deck of cards, and you look in here, and I wonder who created these cards. Was it me? No, because if I made everything, I'd be the smartest person on the planet. But everything has been made, and I'm willing to put my life on the line that out of 1,000 people that walk into a casino that play blackjack will tell you what this is. In fact, I will tell you that everybody, almost 99% of the people in the casino say, this is a jack of diamonds. If you walk to the crap table and you ask them what these are, they're going to say, it's paradise. I didn't say it's paradise, it's paradise, right? But when you show it to me a little bit larger, like this, and then I look at what's left of my Rubik's Cube like this, I'm starting to think, right, that the inside area, the 2, 4, 6, 8, has only 2 colors. But when you walk into the corners, right, when you walk into the corners, I got 3 colors. So I'll get 3 times my value, 2 times my value, and only 1 color for 1 times my value. The truth is there. You want to play the game of pool? I'm going to see 15 balls in the basic game of pool. If I play darts, I usually see 20 on the board, all telling a story. You got the moon in the sky. You have Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. So you have the jack. But the J letter, or any of these letter designs, right? We can use the J letter like this. So I go like this, and then I go like this, and I can do it like this. Or at the same time, maybe they'll do it like this, but I can also do this. And if I want to make this the opposite way, I can do this. No, hold on a second. I would do this. See this angle? And when I do this, I'm actually, for me, what I'm doing is this. I'm actually making, right? Here's my jack. And then when I want to put together my other jack, I put my other jack together this way. And these are my 2 jacks, or my X3, if you want to look at it that way. Those are my jacks. It's a heart. So what I was talking about is in this image is the basic is I need the 6. If I go to one side, top left, I need the 7, the king. If I go to the bottom side, I connect both the king and the queen. Okay, the 7 or 8 different positions on here. 8 is octagon. 8 I use for the queen. I use the 8 for the queen because the queen has 2 eyes on all the suits. I use the 7 for the king. It's the king of diamonds that has 3 cards, 3 suits of 2 eyes and 1 suit of 1 eye. 273 and 91. And when it comes to the jack, they have 2 jacks with 2 eyes, and then the heart and the spade. If I get this correctly, the heart and the spade, which creates 808, and they combine, right? We combined, remember 808, or how about 88? So let's create 808 or 88, whichever one you want. So two hearts upside down from each other has the diamond separation, which possibly can be for the one-eyed king, to where we get the one-eyed jacks over here, right? Or the two-eyed jacks coming together. And one is on a spade, so it gets a stand. Now, if I put a spade to both ends, I would look like this. So the I to this position, or possibly the H to this position, where you get the heart and the spade inverted to each other, 45 and 52 equaling to 97, to where it creates the diamond in the center, and it creates the four-leaf clover, or the club, number 38. And this is also for woe. This is also monkey, 83, or dog, queen, game, card, number 26, number 62, God and the queen, equaling to 88. Now, how do I get this to that? Well, 2 times 6 equals 12. 2 plus 6 equals 8 equals to 20. Now, how does this get to be that? 1 plus 2 equals to 3 and 8. Well, how does monkey get to 83? And I think monkey, that's right, the 9 birth right over here, right, is monkey. So what do we do with monkey? We can also look at it as the moon key with N and K coming together, the 11th and 14th letter equals 25 for Earth. But there's more of a reason to this, and I'm not sure if, I don't know, there's something about this. Just let's leave that part out. But we're going to do this, Rubik's Cube, which is 74, but so is energy. 74, but so is Jesus. 74, but the beast is okay because the beast is 47. Over to the east, 13 east, or the asterisk, meaning a star. Asterisk. E and A, 1 and 5, Mars system coming together, right? In the golden area, S and T comes together, first, last, best. But when this comes together in first, you get the gold, right? So we have 13. 13 is going to be relevant to the moon, going to be relevant to the king. We have it happening in the east, 39, 40. And this number, 5 and 2, 57, 25 is Earth. When we have add the cube to Rubik's, it equals 105. The hand of God, or 3.5 or 3.5 times 3 equaling to 105. Somebody once called it the hand of God. I call it Joe, because that's what it does. 5, 10, 15 equals to Joe. Joe, Jack, John. 3.5 is the center of a cube. That means we need 3 cubes. So 3 times 26 equals to 78. And then the 1 times 26 for the turnover, right? And the total of this, right, is 104. 10, 4 is your communication. It's also equaling to 95 communication happening in Neptune, which is through your birth in the E world. Where 9, right, and 23.5 come together, to be noted that where 9 and 41 come together. 2341. A, B, C, D. After the death, 41 or 14, and then before the Christ, which is 2332. So we can call it the pig if you want. We can call it the ram if you like. You see, the S on the end of Ram, or the S at the end of Mars, this is telling me more than one. S tells me more than one. Is it an ES or just an S? right? And I'm just trying to figure out what the difference is, the electronic spirit or just the spirit. I have to figure out which one that is. So when we came down to this one over here, 38, and we look at this, right? And I'm going to say 7 and 11 equals to 18. And then we have 7 and 11 equals to 18. And we have 7 and 11 equals to 18. I'm using two dice. I'm using one dice, sorry. One dice. We noted that the number to love is 54. The number to the sun, base value 13.5, or the initials M and E, could be for matter and energy, could be for Mars and Earth. Well, if it was Mars and Earth, I mean, look, EARTH, right? Instead of MARS, we would have 52 and 51, right? We would have F and G 13 coming together, creating M. Just let's keep that out. We have a total of 103, which is also standard for Mercury. And the M letter is noted to be 1000, 10, 10, 10, maybe 10 cc. So we have love, we have the sun. We also have to know that love is a perfect word. The invert of love is love, and it totals 54. The average is, if I get this right, let me see this. It's 18 times 3, right? Just give me a second. I have 4 letters, so I have to take 13 times 4 equals to 52. See, most words of 4 letters, okay, are going to equal as much as 108. It can be 108 or less. The reason for that is the reverse alphabet is 27. So this one's 52 and 2 inside the house of Bate, and it also gets reduced to this. So you'll do this same equation over here, but this one will be 16 and 8 equals to 24. This one is going to divide the night and the day. This one is going to give us rotation. 13 plus 4 is 17, right? Is equal to 17. 17 and 52 is 69. And rotation of 33. 3 times 3 equals to 9. 3 plus 3 equals to 6. Birth into life. We did the club or the clover. The club was number 38. We showed you, we're going to show you now how we get this. You see, we have one of two things. Either we're sitting on a point and we're meeting in the center. What would our voids be? You know what I'm saying? What would our voids be if I was sitting on this point, right? We have a total of 33. Our point would be 165 or 16.5. A, E, and I, but I don't want to get into that because I'm not fully developed with that understanding. But going around here is two opposite sides of 7. It'll be a 3, 4, 7, the 3, 4, 7, and the 2, and the 2, 5, 7. That's what you're going to see. So you're going to see the 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. When you're using around this way, okay, you're going to use up 7 and 7 equals to 14. When you go up and down, right, let's say you'll go 6 and 1 equals to 7, right? You can see that. You want to do it on a cleaner sheet, and I'll come back here and I'll explain that. And I'll explain that. Wow, I'm all over the place. They got a lot of things going on here. We still didn't finish with the 440 or the 432 hertz. We're going to get back to that one also and explain that one. So we have the 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5, 5 and 4, 6 and 3 equals to 9, 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 equals to 9. We have the 1 and 6 equals to 7. We have the 2 and 5 equals to 7. We have the 3 and 4 equaling to 7. So now when we have the 3 and 4, we're going to use this as the dot, and then this is the void, right? When we're going to go A, B, C, D, E, F. You know, A, B, C, D equals to 10, but E, F equals to 11. Window equals to 88. Either you're running with the pull or you're running with the ring, or it's the hole. Is it the pull or the hole? P and H come together to create a gateway. P and H come together, the 16th and the 8th letter, from 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, dividing the day and night. 1 and 6 is 7 and 8. And this one is going to be the queen and king, also noted to be the G and H equals to 15. It's a gateway. 7 plus 8, 7 times 8 equals to 71Q. It's a passing gate. G and H, the F sound, just as the P and H, F sounds. So when we do all this over here, what we're getting to is when we have the 1 and 6, right? We have the 3 and 8 equals 11. When we have the 2 and 5, right, dot, right? When we have the 2 and 5 dot, we have the 7 and 4 equals 11. When we have the 3 and 4, we have the 6 and 5 equals to 11. So our numbers and what you see and what you don't see. When you have the 1 and 6, remember the chess piece that moves like that? The 1 and 6 come together like that. So the opposite way to when the 1 and 6 connect, okay, is to when the 1 and 8 connect, right? You see this? You go 2 up, 1 over, you go 2 over, 1 up. 1, 6, 1, 8. This equals to your 7, this equals to your 9. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go to your 2, 5. So we go your 2, 5. Your 2 goes up to your 9. The 2 goes up to the 9, and the 2 goes up to the 7. Now we're going to go and we're going to work with the 3, right? You work with the 3. The 3 goes 2 up and 1 over to the 8. And the 3 goes 2 overs and what? Oh, did I get that? The 3 goes 2 over and up to the 4 equals to the 7. Now we're going to do the 5 and the 6. So if we did the 6 over here, we do, where are we? Do the 6. We go 1 up and 2 over. So we get 6 and 7 equals to 13. And here we go 1 down and 2 over. 6 and 1 equals to 7. And we do the 5. We didn't know, we don't do the 5. We don't do the 5. The 5 is in the center. So if I did have to do it, I'd have to choose how to do it. And I don't have an equation for that. But what I can tell you is if the 5 was the pawn, the only way to pawn to get to any numbers is to always remove. The pawn cannot move 5 into 8, 5 into 4, 5 into 6, 5 into 2. But the pawn can move 5, 7, 5, 9, 5, 1, and 5, 3 and change its position. But it can't move into the clash with those because it cannot remove what is in that chess position. And now you can see where all these numbers came out. Now the numbers that weren't drawn up, the numbers that you didn't see, is you did not, did we work on the 4? Let me see. No, we didn't do the 4. Wow, I can't believe it. We didn't do the 4. So the 4, when the 4 moves out, 1 up and 2 over, the 4 gets the 9 equals to 13, and 1 down and 2 over, and the 4 gets the 3 equaling to 7. So you can see this is how the Mayan calendar works. The 437, the 617 both come into the 13. Did we get the 2? We don't have the 257, didn't come out here anywhere, right? We have the 257 here, but it doesn't come out anywhere else. Let me see, did I work the 2? No, the 2 went up to the 9 and 7 to get this number over here. The 1 came over here. 1, 2 up, 1 over, 1, 2 over, 1 up. That's the movement. Otherwise, I'd be here and here. So there would be no change. This is my change only. That's how this seems to work. At the same time, it's always my skeleton construction told me 1, 7, 3, 4, 2, 5. So I have an X. I have a created 2-star system. So the 2-star system, let me see, this, and this, this, this. Now, if I did them over each other, I'm going to see if I can do them over each other. Just give me a second. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to do here. That's one part of the system. The next part of the system is here, 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 and here. This is the system. This is the, let me see if I can duplicate this again. I go from here. I'm just going to mark off my corners. Now let me mark off my corners this way. Here, here. So I went from here down to here, here, down to here, and then I went to here. Then I went from here down to here. Now the next one, I'm going to go from here down to here. I'm going to go from here down to here. And then I'm going to go, just trying to see if I did this right. Okay, I'm going to have to do this again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Hold on a second. I got a better way for doing this. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, we're going to do this here. I want to see that I can get this done over here. I'm going to paste from the quadrilles. There we go, quadrille. Yeah, okay, that's good. Wow, it didn't give me anything. Not giving me nothing. Give me a second. Let me go back and look. Paste from quadrille. No, not that. Paste from this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this. So we're going to really darken it up. We're going to see it turn it red, right? We'll be able to see it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that's good. Now what we're going to do, right? So now we have 9 areas. Okay, think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Or do you want me to mark in the areas, right? Let's do this. 1. Whoop. Hold on a second. Okay, let me see if we can do this. Okay, we got 1. Then we got 2. Whoop. Then we got 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Okay. So I think this has got to move over. And then this has got to move over. Whoop. Okay. So we can see that, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a a blue line and connect it. I'm going to go from here to here, 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 4 and 5. Pretty good. 3 and 9. Boom. All nines. So my 3 nines, 27. The Roman numeral, okay, the Roman numeral looks like 11. Now we're going to go ahead and do 2 and 9, 11. 3 and 8, 11. 5 and 6, 11. 4 and 7, 11. So now we have this design over here. So now what I'm going to just do, I want to see if I can duplicate this, copy and paste, and just put that one over here. And now I want to take a look at something. Just give me a second. No, I don't like what happened to that. Just give me a second. Whoop, no. Okay, I need to take the red line and turn it black. And I am going to take yellow now and whoop, I don't want to do that. I want to see this red over here has to be black. Whoop, not that. Hold on a second. Okay, now I need yellow. Okay, so now I want to change that color to something else. Maybe I'll change it. Whoop, maybe I'll change it to red. So this is what it basically looks like, right? This is what it basically. So if you take a look, we go from here to here over to here, 365, 47. So that's like 365 days in the year. So how do we crisscross this any other way? Is it telling me another design? What if I went from 1 to 2 to 8 to 9? We do have to note, okay, we're going to take one note that, let me just see if I can do this one here. This one over here and this one over here, okay, do not exist in both houses. 1 does not exist in the 2 house, and 9 does not exist in the 1 house. Well, 1, 9 comes together at number 19, right? But it comes together at number 10. So on the second counting of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, where 9 plus 1 equals to 10, we now invert it and we count 9 in the 10th house. 19, okay, is not like 29 or 39 or 49 or 59 or 69. 19 is like 79. And 19 is 99. But it's not like the other nines. It's included to where 10 is included. They're not in the same house. And then again, it's not the same thing when we reach 80 or 89, because you're getting 4 times 20 plus the 9 inside of it. So you're getting it inside the first house from that 9 because of the way the French speak. So I'm going to get on with Rubik's Cube here to what, let me get on to this piece over here with Rubik's Cube. There's nobody here, but I'm gonna talk anyways. I'll come back. So we have Rubik's Cube. Just 1 second. Right? We were talking all this 7, 11, 11, where you have this side and this side, 9 and 9, right? You can see it right over here. 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6. They're all 9s. They're all 9s. All 9s. So you have all 9s. So you have 2 sides, one here, one here. So 9 and 9 is 18. So you have this times 3 equals to 54. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a 7 dots and 11 voids equaling to 18 to create your 54. So what you're going to do is when you're counting two opposite 9 sides, right, you're going to go 18 minus 7 equals to 11. So you're going to have it here and here. So you're going to have it as 22. When you multiply 2 times 2 and 2 plus 2, it equals to 8. When you multiply 1 times 1 and 1 plus 1 equals to 2 equals to 1 plus 2 equals to 3. So you now have your 38 coming together. If you want to do the same thing for number 7, you have 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 equals to, and then you have 14, right? And then you have, we'll do this in a second. Then you have 7 plus 7. 7 times 7 equals to 49. 7 plus 7 equals to 14. And this is going to equal to 63 times 3 equals to 189. Number 2, when you, did I get that right? 16. And then you have 63 again is 242, right? 63 again is 252. 126. It all comes out to 63. But what I'm going to do is 7 and 7 equals to 14. And then what you're going to have, just give me 1 second, and the other side is just going to be 7, 0, 7. So there is no equation on this one. It'll be 7 times 7 plus equaling to 7. But the 7 and 7, 14, and then the 7 times 7 equals to 49. This equals to 63. So it's 7 and 63. That comes out to, the other side comes out to, where was I? Oh boy. No, let's not do it that way. Hold on a second. Hold on. I went to 22 and 11. On this side, I'm going to go to 7 and 14. This is going to equal to 8. This is going to equal to 3. This one's going to equal to 9. This one's going to equal to 7. Okay, I'm starting to see it now. Did you follow what I said? 21 dots, 33. Now I need to make this fall into the 28-day moon cycle. So how can I reach 33 into 28? 33 by 28 is the furthest we're going to go. By 28 equals to 924. Does it happen again at 462? 462 divided by 28. 165. But I need to divide 33 in here. 462 divided by 33. 14. Wow, 14 by 33 equals 2. 462. If you add it, equals to 47. It's the number of the beast. Wow, it seems to work out. If you follow what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do here, okay? I didn't read that, Tammy. I'm going to get to that in a minute. What I'm getting to here, this is 6 and 5. I'm always seeing that 6 and 5, 11, 6 and 5, 11. And that 6 and 5, 11 comes from 3 and 4, comes from the Earth and Mars association. That's where this 6, 5, 11, the student of the house, because of the mathematics, 6 times 5, 6 plus 5, 11 plus 30 equals 41, or minus it equals to 19, bringing two systems together. Two systems together, one on top of the other, all out of the cubes, right? So what did we have here? Oh boy. Yeah, so 9 and 7 is your birth in the gateway, and that's your 16, 21, 16, 21, 16, 21, 16, 21, 12. I'm just trying to see if there's something else that I'm missing in here. So my calculation of the cube to the 11 side is this, and to the 7 side is this. So this ends up to be, let me take a look at this. This is 21, this is 33, that's correct. Their end result is 11. Okay, that's good. And it's ironic that this completes the cube and this completes the alphabet. How does it complete the alphabet? I'm going to explain it to you. The opposite is 16 and the alphabet is 11. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 4, and 4, 8. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 and 2, 3. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 9, 5, 4. 0, 7 multiplied and added equals to 7. It's just ironic, could be coincidence. It just so happens that these two numbers, right, after will create 3, 7 and 2, 6. Basically the octagon coming together. But what I see in 3 and 6, that's what creates the house of bait and creates your 1/3 and your 2/3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Something to do with the pigs, something to do with ham. HAM, right? Remember that AM 1 through 13 equals to 91, the numeric value of the spirit. I know I didn't finish. I know there's a whole lot more I probably didn't do that I started that I'm halfway in between talking and not talking. It sounds like I didn't make any sense because I didn't finish with one thing that I do want to finish with, and that was the 432. 4 times 108 equals to 432. 3 times 144 equals to 432. When you do it again, it equals to 576.0, and this is the year 2000 reset. There's other things to do with that. Oh, that's hertz, so I shouldn't mark it that way. This was the Twin Towers. It was a 220 setup. What is also the difference? The 8, the 80s, and the 8. It's the bronze world. It's the add-on from the bronze world. There's 2 bronze teams. One that played the gold, one that played the silver. But 2 teams, there's more than 2 teams, right? But in the end, there were 2 teams that played the gold team. A silver and a bronze played a gold, and a silver and a bronze played together. The Bronze James. This word here is for souls. This is the word for the mirrored soul, the soul coming from your base creation. 4 and 6 of 10. That is your communication, born, filling up the gap on day 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be 14, 14, and 7, the same as the cube. I was trying to find out how we can get 28 times 3 equaling to 84, the number to our birth planet Pluto, right? And that's by 21 times 4 equals to 84. We also have 6 times 12 and 7 times 12. The 6 times 12 is for Mars, and that's 72 in the house of bait. And 7 times 12 is 84, right? If we're looking at rulers, the other thing about this is the way to get it with number 21 is to have 4 cubes at 21 dots. To equal to this will give you 3 moons of 28 days, the Earth and Mars system, the one that's in human flesh and the one that's electronic from Mars. Thank you for watching this video. Let me look over everything you wrote, Tammy. Well, actually, whatever you have to live with, the moments that, don't forget, think about it. Where your life changed? Where was my destiny, my path? How did I choose different to make me where I am today? Right? And then now today you have to make the best of it. And then sometimes it's so hard to take a step to an alternate position. $57.48. I like that. It's $57.84, but I'm gonna have to look at $57.48. That was in my 24th year of birth. I was born in 57.24. 38 is for whoa, 83 is for monkey. Right, you can do that. 16.5 to 19.5, absolutely. 717, 10, 11, 12 hours minus 3, so it's 11:57. Okay, okay, it's the birth side of the moon. I'm using it in minutes. If I used it in hours, it'd be 4:57, and again, you'd be touching the moon. 57. Right. So I'm born in the 16th day of Tishrei in 5724. So peace and love, Tammy, and to all those who come here. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Maybe back a little bit later with a little more. If anybody just joined the channel, want to know what I do, because I do see there's a second opinion on here now. Stroll your stuff. Ask me a question. Numbers of creation, 666, 1777, 7 come 11, whatever you want to know, 13, 33, the club, the spade, the diamond, the heart, the deck of cards, blackjack, roulette, soccer, baseball, football, hockey, darts, any word in the dictionary, 2, 3, 4 letter words, perfect words, all the planets, all the zodiac signs, how their relationships come in. I'm not going to have all the answers right now off the top of my head. I'd have to think about it, write it down, and see if I can jog my memory, or maybe you can jog the memory for me. So I see we're keeping a silent face here. So I've been here for an hour and 44, 444. Please speak up, be great. I don't want to be alone in this, because we never are. It's coming no matter what. So maybe I should just stay on and go back, but I'm a little thirsty. The 31st property on Monopoly is go to jail. If we went the other way around, it would be visiting jail. It'd be a 4-piece. All corners are 4 pieces. On every side of the 169 areas. That's right. 84 and 84 plus 1. If you're using 2 parts of the boards that come together, there's a center single space. Let's call that the heart space. I'm calling it the heart space because the diamond, a 1 single square off this paper, will create that heart-like area. I lost the dice cube on the floor. This piece over here, when you put the cube standing up this way, you're counting the cube in the 3 position. So if you want to talk about 432, I'm going to explain it to you. This, okay, is in the 3 position. There are 3 opposite sides in the cube. If I'm landing it this way, you're talking about the ring of the cube, or going around. If you're talking about going up and down, so around, or how about this way and this way? Okay, call that around. Now call this way or this way, up and down. So you're going around, crossing on the top part, crossing on the bottom part, right? But the other way is to the 4 edges. So the 4 edges down here, but here I got the top area and the bottom area to go around. That's 8 and 4, the 8-4 system. When you're talking about the 4 system, it's the ring. The 2 system, it's here. Now, can I just say 1, 2, 3, ABC, or level 2 go 2, 3, 4? Right? Is there really a 1, 2, 3? Because the 1 is transferred into the center, into the E position. The cube center is 3.5, also noted possibly to be the 1st or 27th cubic position. 26 cubes of 6 sides is 156 cubes. 156 times 21. Whoop. 1,404. Oh, that's not. Hold on a second. 100. 21 cubes. Oh, sorry. I was talking about faces. Faces. There's 26 cubes times 6 faces. Should I? No, hold on a second. There's 26 cubes times 21 dots per cube equals to 546. The Fed, the sun, the split between Mars and Saturn. What we also have, did I get that right? 26 times 54 for the number of area spaces for the 26 cube is 1404. Right. Or 1440 minutes in a day. The cube in the center at another 54 creates 1458. I'm going to let you go. Peace and love. This is over. Or give me a minute. What's up? You know what? I only saw this morning that you sent me a call last night. I didn't see anything. I looked this morning and I didn't even see it. About 11 o'clock, I put my phone again. Yeah, I'm in my bedroom. Just doing a video. No, I didn't see it. No. You want? Is that what you played? I don't remember. I haven't seen anything. I'm going out to sing a job tonight, so I'm not there. So I don't know when I'm going to get. I know I'm supposed to something on the subway. I have no idea. Anyway, so some of these sites are not real. Right. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And I think some of them are on it. Talk about the rules. There is will make them. Anyway, my non-deductible. You know the crazy thing is, I didn't set my camera up and Yeah, I'd like to know. Someone hit my other side too a couple of weeks ago. Because I have to get back to my video. I'll speak to you after. I'll tell you if there's any change. Ciao. Okay, I'm coming back there. Just give me a second. Sorry, I had to get the phone. Okay, Tommy. Well, this is not about math. This really has nothing to do with math. This is pretty funny. I mean, sometimes I see name changes and it looks like there's new people. Okay, so let me see. Rain Africa, have you written a book about your studies? Are you still here, Rain Africa? Are you still here, Rain Africa? What do you call writing a book? Right, bowling, 300, right. Also, when you bowl, they only count 3 frames at a time. So once you've bowled your first 3 frames, right? You rolled strike, 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 then they mark you 30. So your third one gets marked in the first box, and then your fourth one gets marked in the second box, and then your fifth one gets marked in the third box, and then your next one gets marked in the fourth box. Now, what happens when you're bowling, right? This one is within the 3, the parameters. So this is counting in your first base creation. But when you get to the second box, you've mirrored over here. Now you can't end anything until this, what was counted in the first box, is now ending in this box over here, which would be your birth. But now this box has to be accounted for. So how do we get the 90 here? We end up having to go here and then stopping over here. So we would have to stop at this one here, right? I'm going to just put a little marking over here. And I want to just mark down, you know, like the inning in a baseball game. Is it beginning or beginning? Which one is it? Because I like to look at the inning of a baseball and there's 9. So when we do bowling, right, this is what's completed in the first box. Here is in the second box. Now, how do we complete the third box that counts in the first box? We either stop or we have to continue on. So here's the third box and we continue on. Now we have to leave the box and understand this position over here. That is the TH position. You can say the T or the T, the filtration, and you can say H, or you can say teach. And who do you teach? You teach the children of creation. So why do you do this? It is the A, B equaling to C theory, where we bring A, B, C into the game, right? And then D turns it all over. This is equal to 6. This is equal to 10. The B, C, D equals to 9. Now what it is it's this one and it's this one all brought together through BC. You're leaving out your A and your D, 2 different worlds. AD, 2 different worlds, as AI, 2 different worlds. So what it happens is when you go A, B, C, D equaling to 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So we now flip the coin over. So now we flip the coin over. We also know the fourth theory in the leap year. We also know it in bowling. We also know it in baseball because 3 strikes, you create an out. We also note that the three theory. Just give me a second. The three theory works over here also. So you have to start over and connect your head to your tail before you end. So you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're connecting the head to the tail, like the antennas, like the receiver, the microphone, and the speakers, perhaps that way, and then back to your ears again. I think that's the way it has to go. Remember, communication takes two. You can hear from what's communicating, but you can't tell where the sound's coming from. But that sound is an entity within itself, energy and matter. So why was that? I'm just have to see something. Why did we start over again? The 3 periods in hockey, it's over. 1/3, 2/3, 3 parts of the baseball game. Um, I'm just trying to see where the fourth one. The fourth one, we're giving the ball away when it comes to the NFL. So this is the ABC theory, or the 60 seconds and 90 seconds on the clock of the 100% of the 4 letters that we use. I use 4 letters. I set it up with 3 and 3 letters. I have my 69, which comes out of 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. So we're running 2 systems, 1.5, into the 100% of time, the 9 and the 6 system, the F and the I. The 33, number 69 or 96, 4 by 24 and 3 by 23. Dividing the alphabet between the 23rd and 24th letter, dividing the dice cube between the 3rd and the 4th letter, between the 3rd and the 4th number, well, not that dice cube, between the 3rd and the 4th, living in the E world. We also spoke about Yo, the 25th letter and the 15th letter, Earth and Mars. The spirit is 76, Earth and Mars. The half-life, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, equals to 76. I forget what that other turnover was on number 4. Now, yes, you have the 4 balls, right? And you take a walk. So before the inning is over, right, you're going to have to throw 9 strikes. And before somebody scores, you're going to have 16 balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. In here, you have 9 areas. In here, you have 4 areas. Born onto Mars, the 4th finger of marriage, into the 9th finger of birth. 64, 94. Now let me read into what Rain Africa said for a second over here. Sorry about that. I always get carried away. Thank you, Tammy. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, bowling 300. Not a physical book necessarily, or is it all in video? I have about 300 of these and about 10,000 videos. So basically, there's nothing in order. You'd have to put it in order. It's on a few platforms. A lot of it's saved, most of it's saved. And the thing is about this is, I believe you have to understand how the understanding works, so how the system works, where we have 52 cards and 2 jokers equaling to 54. Why the word BIRTH equals to 57, the numeric value for the moon, the reverse alphabet of Mars. Why don't we spell it BEARTH? And that would be born onto the sun, to where the B letter looks like a 13. It's a world that was created. There was a man, okay, they call it man, and then they call it the woe. The man was brought to the woe. And then you have the man, woe, man. I like to say it that way. Where they talk about the dog and the cat, they're both canine. Well, canine is 9/11. Anyways, I'm going to stay here a few more minutes. If you have any more questions, you want to get this on a big show somewhere, that would be great. I'd be happy to participate. bring in what I possibly can remember on that day. You know, every day is different. I'm hoping to remember every time, right? Um, keep going, Rain Africa. Are you still here? My baby itch, stitch, rich, glitch. Should all the words with the ITCH be able to be used on how many different dimensions? Um, so we spoke about the 3 and the 4. And the action pitch. The action pitch is once you get to the E, number 5, it's an accent pitch. It's going to be 3 and 3 or 4 and 2. So if you walked, so you would have 16 and 8. But if you were out, right, if you went out, you would have 9 and 9 for striking out, because it would be, it'd be, yes, 3 balls and 3 strikes, or 4 balls and 2 strikes. And the maximum is written here: 4 balls and 3 strikes. 4 balls and 3 strikes. 3 strikes, three strikes, 4 balls and 2 strikes. So this is 3 strikes, and this one over here is 2 strikes. They both equal to 6. 5 and 7. 5 and 7. They're talking about the moon. The walks and the strikes, talking about the moon. So I'm quite sure on certain days you're going to hit differently because of the moon. So you might have to change your mindset to have a better connection, to have a better vision. So if you're a baseball player right now and you're out there, or a hockey player, you have to understand what your numbers are. And on certain days that it's not in your vibration, you have to play a little bit differently to make it work your way. Right? If you're playing a certain way, you can't play the same way every game, can you? Maybe certain numbers you can, like number 8, maybe number 7, but not number 6. Right? Number 5, probably. Number 3, possibly, most of the time. Right. Oh, I don't forget any of my work, but you're 100% right. I haven't put anything structured together at all. I basically haven't forgot really any of it, but I know I at the time right now, I don't remember some of it, like all the equations, what they actually do together. I know that if somebody walked to me and says, this is what I'm using, I would say, hey, don't you know the corner of this cube has 3 area spaces? And when it's in the 642 area, you only see 2 of them, right? But you don't see the third. So you have 2 colors showing up, but not the third color showing up. All the corners are 3 times the value. Now, what number is in this corner, right? Like if you opened up this Sudoku board, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And then when it go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what would be set up on here? I don't know yet. I haven't sat to figure it out. I just have a whole bunch of equations, a whole bunch of responses to where does 666 come from? It's basically right over here. Repeat all of these 4 times. You have 45, right? You have 4, 8, right? 12, 16, 20, right? Good 4 times. You'd actually have 180. Is that right? 40 times. Yeah, you'd have 180. The reality is it's the 4th dimension of 1. 1, 10, 19, 28. 2, 11, 21, 30. 2, 11, 2, 11, 20, 29. 3, 12, 21, 30. 4, 13, 22, 31. 5, 14, 23, 32. 6, 15, 6, 15, 24, 33. 7, 16, 25, 34. 8, 17, 26, 35, 9, 18, 27, 36. I don't know why this one's so much easier. So that's going to total your 666. Your crossing membranes by note: 13, 11, and 9, 33. 7, 11, and 14. I think it's 14, 15. Yeah, 15, 15, 11, and 7. 15 and 7 is 22. 15, 15 and 11 is 26 and 7, right? And then this one over here, 7, right? And 7, 16, we did that. And then, okay, we did the whole thing. So this is a 90 area, give it 9. This is the 11. And over here, the one position is 13. 13 and 11, 13. So 13 and 11 and 9. This one position over here is 10, 11, and 12. 10, 11, 12, 33. And I just know that off by heart, and I have it written down in my books. Where does it take me? It shows me about star system 33, the connecting of the 22 Go apes. Right. Everything I didn't know in the past that gets repeated. I believe that we all work together, me, you, and everybody's a piece of this, of the central mind, and all the information I have out here is all to be shared. It's not just for me. I'd like to put it into an Excel system that we can all to add onto it to see what it tells us. If you want to talk about how soccer fits in, we have to understand the flags in soccer. We have to understand the numeric. Every word we speak in the game has a numeric value. The number of people on the field, the size of the field. We have 2 nets at each side. The things that really stand out, easy to see because it's for the children, it's that it's 2 different periods. There's an extended time, or is it extra time? We have 2 45-minute periods. In basketball, it's 4 times 12 minutes. So there's no 1.25 of time added on, because 1.25 times 12 equals to 15, which is going to now equal to the 15 minutes in the quarters of football, to where when you get on to hockey of 3 periods, you're going to talk about 120 degrees because it's 3 times 120 to equal to the 360. But there's going to be 4 times 360 in the 1440 minutes in a day, to where we need 6 times that for the day of creation of 86,400 seconds in a day. The sex of creation, the seconds of creation. The 8640 times 3 parts, because the 4th dimension will now show the reflection of creation, and we don't need to know that. We need to know our base of creation and then add the reflection, which is 1/4 of that addition, unless you're talking about thirds. Now we'd have to think about it a little bit different. We can go 3 times 33, which is basically the highest number, or if we want to go to the 4th 33, we go to 99, and then we revert back to 33, because once we get to the 4th one, I just want to add it to a single digit. The same with binary code. The first parts of binary code is 1 and 2, father and mother. The 3rd part is 4. We've already made reflection. And then we went to 8, the heavens. So we made 3D out of our world. We went into the cubic world by that reflection. The transmission, the motor, the differential, the gasoline, the oil in the car, the electricity, the cache in your computer, the gigabytes, or the FB, what was FB? The B and F or B and E on your piano, where they have no black keys, to the 52 keys and 36 keys equaling to 88 on your piano. So if you get down to the CFL against the NFL, where the CFL has 3 downs and the NFL have 4 downs, so we're talking about base creation in the CFL, where we always counted the 2-point play, where we moved the goalposts for the 3-point play conversion up to where the touchdown line is, unlike the NFL, where it's in the back of the end zone, front of the end zone, back of the end zone, 2 and 6. Yeah, there's a lot of lurkers out here. I'm happy that you spend a little time lurking, because I'm spending a little time trying to do whatever I can to speak to the people that if we do get this a little bit deeper, we would just drop. We would drop. No more fighting. No need for fighting. We'll all have enough to survive. We'll all understand. On the day it was left to the rest of us, where the God, the gates of the divide, left it for us. We are that beautiful God. We are all beautiful. We should work with each other and not against each other. But sometimes it seems that way. If I'm on the highway and you're going this way and I'm going this way, we have to avoid each other. So sometimes we have to avoid each other with reason. When does it become free choice? When do we have free will? What does it mean that I'm right and you're wrong? How we've been seated in our minds for the way we think because we don't understand, or maybe we don't know that when we came into this world, right? Are we here the minute the egg meets the sperm? It just so happens sperm is 71 and egg is number 19, AI, two different worlds coming together. That April 1st, which is the first zodiac sign, or the 91st day of the year, or 1 through 13 equals to 91, bringing the first part of the series of cards together to where they call it the fish. FI, 6 and 9, 15, S and H, 27, 15 and 27, 42. So they're naming it as a gateway, the Jesus fish. When you also look at the design of the fish, it's two circles overlapping each other. So it's telling me that the birth conception of the connection of the communication rod between one world and the other have arrived at day 91, creation of the first suit, bringing the worlds together. So you join the first suit, your club comes together, number 38. That's where the cube, you have joined at the cube. So is there anybody born at this time? If you want to talk about the AB and then ORTION, remember there's a add-on to that word to avert the mission, right? To avert the mission. When can we avert the mission, right? The first suits only happen at the 91st day. It just so happens they call that La Journée de Poisson, the fish day. And they call it, what do they call it? April 1st is April Fool's Day. So they also know that the fool is in the Joker, right? Is it going to be which Joker? Is it the red Joker or is it the other Joker that you're born under? So Joker is number 41 and 18 because I want to put joke first for April Fool. And Fool has two zeros. I like to look at that as two moons. It starts with an F6. So you have 36, you have 48. So Fool, ring, pull, buy, sell, sun, and the reverse of Pluto is number 48, 84. 1/3 for the 4, 2/3 for the 8. 84 will reduce to 44, will reduce to 24, which will reduce to 8 and 6 equals to 14, which will reduce to 5 and 4 equals to the IT system in the love of the sun. And I'm going to show you this. 8 times 4, 8 plus 4 equals to 32 and 12 equaling to 44. 5 and 3, electric company. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equaling to 16 and 8, 1/3 and 2/3. 8 and then 8, 8 equaling to 24. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, dividing the gate of the house through the sun. 8 and 6. 53 and 42. They divide the gate in electric company. The reason for this, now you don't have to believe it, but when you go through spend enough time with it, you can see it, that in order to make this perfect and equal to 1 and 1 base creation, you add 7 here and you add 5 here. Electric moon is 5775. Y is 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So if I have the 7 and 3 and 5, they're both red numbers. If I would have it with the 2, right, and the 2 and the 4, I would use the 8 and the 6. So now I know this 10 number that I'm going to create is going to be a dark number. It's coming from two darks. An 8 is a dark number and a 6 is a dark number. The dark numbers hold at 10 black. 1 plus 0, although equals to 1 red. Okay. It's not the same as 1 and 9 red, or 3 and 7, or 5 and 5. Sorry, 5 and 5, 3 and 7. Dictated to me through the roulette. In the roulette game, right? In the game of roulette, you can see, if you want to go, we're going to go over here. You can see this top left over here, right? And then you go to the next one. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, 35, 36, 33, 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9. You see the way 12 and 9 above each other? Doesn't happen very often. Red over red, black over black. All the straight lines are the same color over each other. So over here, when you get to 1, 3, 1, 4, 7, 10, this number 1 over here stays black. And then when it happens again, 4, right? And over here is 19. Look at that. It stayed red. So it keeps changing. Number 1 and 10, they interchange with each other, positive and negative. I had to make multiple boards before they started to repeat themselves. That's why I have this. The hexagon is noted to hold the cube inside, the Y. That Y is 3 points. That's 120 degrees when working on the point, coming from the alternative world and not the fourth world where the dice sits up and down. And there's many ways for the dice to sit up and down. We can also look at this, where the passage 42 into the seventh gate is through Mars and Pluto, equaling to 135, representing matter and energy through the sun, and also noted again as 13 and 5, that when you go to 13 and 5 in the game of pool, it's the orange ball. And to make orange, you need red and yellow to come together. 51 and 84 is 135. 6 and 3 inside the house of 8. 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 6, 1/3 and 2/3. 3, 6, and 9. Here, number 1 is electric company, right? So you have that. You also have different levels of jack. I just like to look at that as the jack card, my 3 levels. This was pretty freaky. See on the left here, that little monkey seems to be. I like to call it the rhesus monkey. Then you have, if you want, you can use this, right? Now, if you use number 7 with number 1, and then you use 7 with 1 and 2, this over here creates 1. On day 2, it's 3. Okay, you know what's happening here? I'm going to show you what's happening here. I'm going to see if we can point the camera down so you can see what I'm going to do, right? On day 1, you light the shamus, and that's the 7th candle, right, with the first candle. So then we're going to go like this. We're going to go 1 and 1 candle. Then we're going to go 1 and 2 candles, and then 1 and 3 candles, and 1 and 4 candles, and 1 and 5 candles, and 1 and 6 candles. That's what you have over there. So you had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you add these up, I think it equals to 13, 22, and 5. Is that 27? 13 and 9 is 22. You have 27, and then you have the 1, the shamus. So the shamus gets lit every single day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it was 6. It was supposed to be, is it 7 days Hanukkah or 6 days? On the first day, did we just light the shamus? Right? So I'm gonna take this to 1 more day. Right? And take this to 1 more day. So we're going to end up with 7 over here and 36 over here, maybe for the 360 degrees around. But if it wasn't, we'd end up with 6 shamus, and we'd end up with I'm just trying to see. We light this once. Let me see if I got this right. I'm going to start over again. I may have had this wrong. Let me do this again. Hold on a second. So we have the shummus. Whoop. We have the shummus and one candle. This is shummus. Almost like Christmas, right? And the one candle. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have one. And then we have 2 candles and 3 candles and then 4 candles and 5 candles and 6 candles, right? We had a total of 21 and 6 candles being lit equals to 27 candles for the house of bait. Now, if we went to another day, right? If we went to another day, we'd have 7 and 7, and this would equal to, this would be plus 7, so it'd be 20, so it'd be 35. Is that right? And then if we added it to one more day, it'd be 8 candles, and then we'd light up 8 candles right over here. So that 35 be 43, and that would equal 51, and that would be Mars. So it'd be lighting up Mars in the candles. And then we have the 676, which is around each other, right? In the spirit of 76, Earth and Mars, the gateway. When you look at that, I'm going to show you another design that goes with that, and it's this one over here, right? I'm going to just see if you can see this one. Right? You see the way 5, 6, 7, the way 5, 3, and 2 are in the center. When you come over here, number 7 is this squared over here. Number 6 is here, and the other number 6 is here. Number 6 connects 5, 7, 7, 5. 5775, the year 2015, the Hebrew year 5775, 75 times 75 plus 75 plus 75 equals 5775. And when you multiply it by 13, the number of moons in the years, even though I'm working in today's time, it's what I was taught through the children of time, and I only have to be perfect for my better understanding, which equals to 75,075. Or the number to the beast of time, 4747, equaling to 94. And that would be now Uranus. And it would be talking about Earth. And Uranus is 94 for the 4th finger of Mars and the 9th finger of birth, equaling to 13, and 36, equaling back to 49. It's also the 19th, bringing up AI, also the ring finger, Mars, marriage, and anything to have with the ram, the Bélier, the first zodiac sign divided between the 3rd and the 4th month, going 2/3 through the month, I believe, of March, before it connects that sign. Okay, if I learned more about binary star, I would be able to explain that. But what I can explain you is that when I go to number 8, I know octagon. So I would spell out the word octagon. I would also know it's an 8-point star. I would also know it goes with the H, and the S would be the inverted alphabet. If I was working with the 7-pointed star, my question is, you also have to look at this, and you would also have to look at this. Here, see what we're working off of? A center. This would be where Mars comes in. This star over here is where Earth comes in. Earth 52, Mars 51. V1, V11, bring them together, V111, or is it X111 as 13? Which way should we be looking at this? Or bringing them together in life because they're associated together. So what would happen if I took this star and put it over this star? I would do this, I would do this, I would do this, and I would do this. And then I do it over here. I would do this, I would do this, I would do this, I would do this. If I brought it over here, I would do this, I would do this, I would do this. And if I brought it here, I would do this, I would do this, this. And then I would have all of my 8. So I'd have 4 times 8 equaling to 32, all connecting to the center core over here. And this is going to be included in every single one. So instead of doing that, it'll be 4 times 7, or is it 4 times 6 equals to 24 plus 2? I'm not really sure. I overlapped it so many times. 1, 2. Okay, you see this one is here. It's going to be the center, right? Here's one of them. And then I have to make the next one starting from, what is it over? I have to overlap this center here. Let me see if I can overlap this center. I have to start over here and I overlap the center here. And then I overlap the center here. And I think I overlap the center here. So anyways, I have to look the way it goes because all I have for my area space is this. So you know what? Maybe we're going to put it up on the screen again, right? Like we did right over here. Right? You can see that, right? So let me see if I can. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see if I can put one of these quadrilles in there. That'll be good. So I'm going to put this quadrille in here. Let me just move it over here, and we're going to show it to you like this. So we create this. I think this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I created that area, right? And now I have the center area, right? And now I have Mars. Mars, okay, uses up 4 blocks, right? So if Mars uses up 4 blocks, it would use up this 4 over here, right? And then if it used up another 4 blocks, it would use up these 4 blocks over here, right? Can we maybe get it even thinner, right? Let's choose a different color. Can't even see it. Let me make it thicker. Maybe make it a little thicker. Right, and then we're gonna just do the other one. See if I can make it in black. Just let it stick out a little bit, right? So you can see that when we took these 4 areas, then we took these 4 areas, and now what we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna take these 4 areas over here, and then we're going to take off these 4 areas. So this area in the center, okay, is used 4 times. So really we only have these 3 here, okay, these 3 here, or these 4 here and these 4 here, making it look like this, right, like this. See the way we have this L, and then we have this, and then we have the L connecting it together. Oh, I didn't do that right. Hold on a second. We have the L connecting it together. These 4 here, these 4 here to this one over here, L and L, depending on which way you want to do it. When we're crisscrossing for Mars, right, what's going to happen is, I think we're going to crisscross here and crisscross here. We have the crisscross here and the crisscross here. Then what we're going to do, okay, for Mars, let me use the green one maybe, right, is we're going to crisscross here and crisscross here. We're going to crisscross here and then crisscross here. And then we're going to have the second part of Mars. And the third part, okay, I think I'm going to use orange, is when I crisscross here and I crisscross here, and then I create this star system over here. Okay, and now my next crisscrossing is going to be a light blue, and I'm going to crisscross here over the crisscross here, over the crisscross here, and the crisscross here. It just so happens, if you let me show you, that the reverse of Mars, right, the reverse of Mars, right, is going to say H. It's going to be the letter H. I made it separated. It's going to also be the letter Whoop. It's going to be the letter H and I. It's also going to be the letter, whoop, the letter N. And at the same time, it's going to be the letter Z. And now you have the sign of Great Britain. And here's the star base of Mars. You notice these are cut into 4s and these are cut into 2s. And if you put this to the base of Rubik's Cube, you'll be having 3 sides here, 2 sides here, 1 side here. And then this has to be put on multiple levels. Anyways, I think we've been doing this long enough. I'll see if I can answer some of the questions. And I want to thank you for watching. I know I've been all over the place in this video. 2:18, we've been here 2 hours, 34 minutes. 18 by 18, after 18, it becomes the other side of 360. Everything is in half. You're not walking on your head, are you? And that's it. Peace and love. I'm done. If you can help out the channel, that would be just fantastic. Just give me a second. Whoop, not here. Just give me a second here. Just let me copy this link. Copy this link. Put this over here. You can help out the channel. That'd be fantastic. Paste. This will really be appreciated. It doesn't matter what you can afford. Every dollar is going to go somewhere, whether I buy a set of dice or whether I pick up some erase or pens or put food in the fridge. Or what fridge? Peace and love to everybody. And I think the greatest part I think we can do is let's get this channel mixed up with some other channels, or not mixed up with other channels. Don't get me mixed up with somebody else. The next piece would be, yes, if we can get an Excel format that we can share with everybody so we can better understand. Now that a third person is here, if you don't know what I'm doing, you want to speak real quick, because I'm done for now. I'm going to be getting off unless you have to ask me something about how my voice sounds like Alex Jones, you know. Oh, yeah, you know. 1414. What else did I get in messages? Anyways, a lot of kooky stuff in the world. It's all part of the Matrix. You know, Carol Burnett used to pull her ear, right, when it was ending. Well, when we put out the ear tags and we put out the lamb and the sheep. And thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, all based on everything that's ever existed in life. If you want to talk about a dice cube, Rubik's Cube. If you want to talk about, I'm going to try and fix this camera. If you want to talk about 666, if you want to try and understand where does 666 come from, or 1776, did it happen just like that? Is it just a guess? Is it more than from the Bible? Is a star just a star, that every single star, every single number can be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? How many points on your star? And if a star goes around 360 degrees, if you have 10 points, it's 36 per point. If it's 11 points, then it becomes that number. If it's 36 divided by 12, how many points on the star? And every star has a name. So every one of this, every aspect of everything. And then when you go to 808 bicycle cards, right? That's another thing. 808, 88, 4 different worlds, piano keys coming together. Peace and love. Thank you for watching this video.